What's up guys, welcome to the channel. In today's video, I'll be giving you 5 tips and tricks to enhance your gameplay and performance. Let's get to it. Tip number 1 guys. Tip number 1 is you want to go to settings, go to graphics, and then you see something called field of view. So field of view, as it says right here, defines the height and width of the in-game view. Now as you can see with 60, this is what 60 looks like, everything that you can see on the screen. Now this really hinders your gameplay because it finally, with this Call of Duty, gave you the option to change your FOV. So I highly suggest going to 120 because this will give you the maximum distance that you can see around you. And now look at the game. It completely changes. It shows everything around you, and it gives you the biggest advantage to fighting against other players because now you can see all the way to your left of your screen, all the way to the right of your screen, and no one's going to be able to sneak up on you from there. Once again, let me show you. This is 60. Okay. And then this is 120. There's a massive difference in this. So I highly suggest changing it to 120. If you don't like 120, at least something higher than 60, because 60 is just not good enough for a competitive game. Okay, tip number 2. Tip number 2 is also under graphics in the settings, and it's called camera movement. So what camera movement, as it says up there, is adjust the intensity of camera shake movement. It doesn't apply to all camera movements. Lowering the settings value can help alleviate motion sickness for some players. That doesn't bother me, but the issue with having this all the way up to 100% is that when grenades and you get stunned, all that, it shakes your camera like crazy. So what you can do is you can turn it down to at least 50%, which really reduces the amount of camera shake. Therefore, your aim is more accurate. Tip number 3. Tip number 3 is also under settings and graphics, and it is world motion blur and weapon motion blur. So as you can see on the right picture is with it on, with world motion blur on. It blurs your surroundings when you make quick movements. Now having this on really hinders your ability to notice everything going on in the background. So if you turn it off, it is like the image on the left. A lot more clear, easier for you to see enemies, it's a lot more visible. Now with weapon motion blur, as we go on here, when you're moving really quickly, the gun tends to blur on your screen, which can just distract from your overall performance because you might focus on the blur while you're playing, or when you're running around, it's just really distracting. So what I suggest also is turning this off. It'll be like the left image, a lot clearer, nothing's really blocking your view. Okay, for our 4th tip is also under settings, under graphics still. It's called depth of field. Now what depth of field is when you have a region that's farther out, it appears blurry on your screen. So if you turn this off, it is no longer blurry. So what this does is clearly shows the enemy and the far distance, making it easier for you to see. It is a no-brainer to turn that off because that just hinders your ability to see distance. Okay guys, with our 5th and final tip is in settings, but this time instead of graphics is under audio. Now in audio, you see a thing called dialogue volume. Now dialogue volume is how loud obviously the person in the background, aka Captain Butcher, is talking. Now I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but when you're playing in the game, he tends to come onto the audio extremely loud. It really disturbs your ability to hear footsteps, gunshots, really familiarize with the surroundings. It ruins it all. So what I suggest is at least turning him down to 50. Like you can definitely go lower. He's just so loud for no reason. So I highly suggest that, and it will help with your ability to hear during the game. I hope you guys enjoyed these 5 simple and easy tips to improve your gameplay. If you guys did, leave a comment, like, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Let me know what you guys want to see. I appreciate your time. Have a great rest of your day, guys, and keep living life.